K-pop Demon Hunters, the movie that has taken the world by storm. Enough so to the point that even my 25-year-old friend who has 2 kids to his name was profusely telling me to watch this show after he watched it with his girls. If you make a movie that is primarily aimed towards kids and you also have a 3 female lead cast and you have a 25-year-old straight man who is glazing this movie, you know you done something correct. I don't know what took me so long to watch this movie. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was the art style. Maybe it was like, you know, the fact that it was aimed towards kids, more specifically females. Females? What am I on about? Little girls. It is a show that looks like it is made just for little girls. But something about it just kept putting me off. But I bit the bullet. I decided to watch it and I'm obsessed. Since finishing watching it yesterday, I watched multiple videos of behind the scenes footage. I fell into a pit hole, or I can't even think of what the actual, saying is, but I fell into a hole basically trying to find out if the singers are the same as the voice actors, and then that led me into the K-pop groups that sang the songs, and then yada yada yada, on and repeat. I watched 3 people react to the movie, I listened to the songs, I have the songs on fucking Spotify. Gentlemen, I finished watching this movie at 12 p.m. last night, or a.m, I don't know, it was late at night, and I done all of that before I went to bed. Like, it's a fucking amazing movie. It's great. As I said before, if you have a movie that looks like it is aimed towards little girls and just kids in general, and a 25-year-old man who doesn't even listen to K-pop is creasing at the screen with a big giant smile on my face the entire movie, you done something correct, because I don't know what type of crack cocaine they put into this movie, but fuck me, it was some good shit. The animation, the songs, the actors, the characters themselves. Oh my god. The plot itself in general being these hunters who use music to fight off these demons and basically just give them these like extra boosts in power. The best way to describe this movie is it is basically what like woke Hollywood movies think they are. All of that, inclusivity, fucking female power, girl boss protagonists that in Hollywood they just seem to write like men. It literally has everything that all of those movies pretend to care about, but they do it in a good way, and a well-written way, and a way that shows that they actually gave a shit. The 3 female protagonists, love every single one of them. It is hilarious. The 3 main characters are just fun. They're fun to watch. The animation style just makes it so fun, like the big, like over-the-top expressions and stuff like that they can do. All of the little comedy moments that in so many other things they just seem to overdo and overshoot, to the point that it just makes the movie seem like a joke. This movie does it to perfection. It literally perfectly mashes comedy, serious moments, epic just song moments. It is just merged so fucking well.
Tommy, control those shoulders.
Wow, it is catchy.
Yeah, you're right, Zoe. They're amazing, but they suck.
I don't like K-pop. I don't like musicals. Well, I wouldn't say I don't like K-pop, I just don't listen to it. But still, I loved this movie. I can't put into words how much I enjoyed it. The last song in that final battle scene, oh my god, I've been playing it on repeat, man. To the point that I'm scared that I'm gonna ruin it for myself. The messages in this movie, I love. Because not only are they stuff that, kids of this generation need to learn, and I think they actually need to learn it more than my generation did growing up, because we didn't have, smartphones and TikTok and all of these beauty hacks and all of this shit until about like 2013, 2014. That's when I started seeing all this shit. Didn't have to worry about any of that. I didn't have to worry about self-image due to, some random cunt overseas having a absolutely stellar jawline. But this generation does. These kids are growing up watching YouTube shorts, watching TikToks, watching all of these things, seeing these beautiful women, especially in the K-pop scene. Goodness gracious me, they are fucking beautiful individuals, both sides of the spectrum, the males and the females. Like, Jesus Christ, this movie with Jinu had me fucking questioning my sexuality the entire way through. I didn't know if it was jealousy of how he looked and I wanted to look like that, or I wanted to fuck the cunt. I don't know. But they're seeing all of this stuff, and especially in like the early years, the most formative years of your life, but seeing all this online and seeing people showing the best parts of their life and the best, like, showing themselves on their best days, it just makes people feel shit about themselves and make them feel like they're not enough. And because people don't like to show their insecurities or like their, issues or their bad sides or any of that, people just look at them and think that they're perfect all around and make themselves feel like it's weird to have all of these quirks that they have. So this movie having such a strong emphasis on, loving yourself, basically love your quirks. It's okay to be weird, let it out. You don't need to hide, people will accept you and you should accept yourself. That is just fantastic messages for kids to hear. It's okay to be weird. It's okay to admit your faults. It's okay to admit your insecurities. No one's going to judge you for that. And I am a, prime candidate in this because I've always felt weird because I'm an ADHD filled little gremlin and I never felt like I could fit in with people, yada, yada, yada. But as I got older, and especially when I found my group of friends that I'm still friends with to this day, that I always played games with, and seeing how weird all of us were in our each individual way, it made me a lot more comfortable with myself. And over a few years, I then gained the thought process of who wants to be normal? Normal is boring. And I stand by that thoroughly, even though sometimes my brain doesn't want me to. Even my best mate's little sister, who is a little sister to me too, I've known her since she was born. I have seen what the internet does to the self-confidence of a child, because my heart has been broken many times when I hear her, person that I love, saying to me that she is not beautiful, she's ugly, saying that kids were calling her weird, and then it made her believe that she's weird, and then she tries to hide it and stuff like that. It's genuinely heartbreaking to see that stuff, because she is a beautiful young woman. 100%. There is literally no doubt about it. She's one of the funniest kids that I've ever fucking met, and everything that is weird about her is what makes her her. You know what I mean? So it's fucking heartbreaking seeing literal children turning around having these fucking existential crises about their looks that they haven't even grown into yet. If for some reason you're watching this video and you haven't hit puberty yet, this is what I look like pre-puberty. Do with that information what you will. Whether you think I grew into my looks or whether you think that I downgraded, regardless of what way you look at it, I look a lot different than I did when I was a child. And the exact same thing is gonna happen to all of you. But seeing this movie put a giant smile on my face, because it's a message that I think that, my best friend's little sister and all the other little girls all over the world need to hear. It's okay to be weird. It's okay to have big lips. It's okay to have a big nose. It's okay to be born with a fucked up hairline like myself, I'm still coming to terms with that. They need to hear these type of messages, real messages that will do good overall, not just messages to shove down people's throats because it fits your agenda and it will give you brownie points from that side of the spectrum. The people who made this movie, you can tell, had nothing but good intentions in mind for the viewers. I personally would have loved having a movie like this growing up, because even though it in the kids' point of view, it would be seen as a girl movie, I did not give 7 Shades of shit. I used to love Hannah Montana, and I'm not even ashamed of that, okay? Fuck you. But I would have watched this movie 1000%, and I think it would have done me a lot of good, because this is a message I wish I heard when I was younger. Because when I was growing up, it was always hide your weirdness, don't say anything out of pocket, la-di-da-di-da, all of this stuff. Basically hide everything that makes you you, especially as a man. It's only recently that people have been having a thing being oh, men, speak up about your mental health, you need to start opening up a little bit. But when I was growing up, if you showed your emotions, talked about feelings or anything like that, you are a bitch. That is exactly what it was pinned down to. Even the main plot of this movie has that message ingrained into it. The main character Rumi, or not main character, but lead vocalist Rumi, is also half demon, which is very weird because she is a demon hunter, but the other 2 girls do not know that she is half demon because she always has it covered up. And she is going through a really hard time with this, when she really could just tell her friends and, what's the saying? A problem shared is a problem halved. Then at the end, when they have the great song all about acceptance, which is not long after, you know, they put their swords up and kind of, you know, shoot her away basically. They accept her when they see that she is still on their side. Each girl, when they were doing their little line at the start of the song, each of them were talking about stuff that they should talk about more. Like Mina, who wishes that she was more like gentle and wasn't such a jagged edge. So she was like, I should have let the line meet, or the jagged line meet the, fuck, I can't think of the lyric.
I should have let the jagged edges meet the light instead.
Well, we go to Zoe then. We go to Zoe then, because I can't think of her lyrics. Zoe's like, why did I keep the colours hidden inside my head? Which kind of relates to me a lot, actually. Each girl has something that somebody will relate to about their character. Individually, they are unique in their own way. They have their own problems. Zoe is the people pleaser who is like, seems very happy and energetic and just like, you know, has it all figured out on the outside, but in reality, deep down, she just really wants to please people because she's scared that they don't like her, which is unfortunately a trait of myself. All three of them are characters that seem like they have it all figured out. They're attractive girls, yada yada yada, but deep down we're all the same, you know? We all have our own insecurities and worries, and eventually that is what the demons use against them. So I guess it is a good thing that like the self-doubt is another message in it as well, like the self-doubt and all of the intrusive thoughts that you keep thinking about yourself and thinking badly about yourself is the demons talking, which I love that message, because I fully agree that like a lot of your thoughts are not your own, and like, if I listened to half of my thoughts, I would be in jail. Personally, for me, Zoe is my favourite character, probably because I relate to her the most out of the three, but it is neck and neck with all three of them. It is not, I have not seen something in a long time where each of the main characters, like the three main characters at least, I equally enjoyed. Usually there's always one that I'm like, yeah, I could do without that one, you know, but like this one, you need the three of them. You can't do the movie without the three. And even the love story, man. The love story was immaculate. Between her and Genu, the demon man, it was written well. It wasn't too forced. It felt really natural. And I love the song that they both sing. The little duet that they put on, man. I was in my feels. I was feeling good, man. I have literally been playing that song on repeat. All three of them songs, actually. The only one that I don't really like is Soda Pop. Mainly because it just isn't my vibe. Fuck me, it's a catchy song though. But their story in general is all about acceptance. She accepts him even when he eventually tells her that he lied and he actually left his family behind. She still accepts it. She's still like, that's not all you are, you know? Great fucking messages. Be accepting not only to yourself and your faults, accept other people and their own faults also. To an extent. Some people are cunts, okay? Some people are just pricks. Leave them alone. Again, I'm a 25-year-old man gushing about these types of messages in a movie made for kids. Like, I hope that Hollywood and just the entertainment industry as a whole sees these movies and actually starts to integrate that type of shit into their new movies. You know, like all the movies, like in the animated movies and stuff that I grew up with, all had meaning behind them, you know? I might not have seen it at the time as a kid, but then after I entered like my teenage years, it slowly started to seem like whenever I went back to watch an animated movie, because, you know, I wanted to just watch a feel-good type of movie, it always done the opposite, because it always felt like it was lacking something. Felt like it was trying too hard to be too many things. Whereas this movie had a message and then built the movie around that message. And every part about it is fucking phenomenal. Even the character Genu, the bad man, the big demon boy himself, had his own message behind his character. It doesn't matter what you have done in the past, it's never too late to start again. Your past doesn't define you, and like you can still come out the other end a better person. And that message in and of itself struck a chord with me on a deep level. And you don't see them harping on about the fact that because they're women they don't have as many fucking, you know, opportunities and they have to deal with sexism and all of this shit. Not once was that mentioned. And that's a fucking good thing. Like, you don't need to make your entire message of your movie about one select group of people, because doing that just segregates the rest of the people watching your movie. When in this case they had 3 female leads that were the main focal point of the fucking movie the entire way through, and everyone of every shape, size, sexuality, gender, whatever, can enjoy the movie because No side is getting left out. With that said, folks, leave a like if you enjoyed, comment down below what you thought of the video, let me know what you thought of the movie itself. If you like my face and you want to see more, make sure to click on the channel. A whole variety of content on there that I'm sure you will enjoy some of, and if you do, make sure to subscribe. It's been EXO, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one, folks. My little soda pop. I'm a little soda pop.